If you want to improve your hormones and find hormonal balance, which means you'll sleep better, you'll have more energy, and you'll have a regular ovulatory period, then keep watching as I take you through my top 5 steps. Hi guys, I'm Tash. I'm a holistic health coach and breathwork facilitator, helping women to regain their periods back when they have HA, meaning they've lost their period due to an energy imbalance from over-exercising or under-eating. Your hormones can affect so many different things emotionally and physically, and maybe you're having hormonal havoc right now. So this can look like PMS, cramping, light periods, spotting, no periods at all, heavy periods, all of these different things, maybe even like a short luteal phase too. So that's why it's really important to do what you can to support your body and your hormones. Let's get into these 5 steps that will help you overall for hormonal harmony. Number 1, that is to eat breakfast. So when we wake up in the morning, naturally our cortisol levels and our blood sugar levels are high, and eating breakfast will help with this. As women, we are typically quite sensitive to intermittent fasting over men. So it is really important that we do eat breakfast first thing in the morning. When we wake up and our cortisol level is high and then we continue to fast, this is just playing havoc on our hormones and contributing to things like period loss and also other things like heavy periods and PMS. Also, cortisol inhibits the part of our brain that releases thyroid hormone. So this can affect our thyroid, which again can in turn affect our hormones overall and our period. If you're not hungry in the morning, your hormones are probably a bit out of whack, your hunger hormones are out of whack, and I would still recommend to try and eat, even if it's something small like a yogurt, a handful of nuts, some fruit. You just need to be eating breakfast. So the second one is to avoid caffeine completely on an empty stomach. So for HA period recovery, which is the women I work with, where they've lost their period due to HA, so they've lost their period due to under eating and over exercising, or a bit of combination of those and some mental stress added in, it's really important to kind of avoid caffeine, and I recommend avoiding it completely. But especially for hormonal harmony, we want to definitely be avoiding it on an empty stomach. Caffeine can impact our blood sugar levels, which then affects our mood stability and our energy stability throughout the day, along with affecting cortisol and our adrenals. It can also affect our ability to absorb key nutrients that we need for our periods, such as magnesium, calcium, iron. Magnesium, for instance, increases GABA, which makes us feel more relaxed. So this can really have an impact on our mood. Having caffeine also can affect our estrogen levels and give us excess estrogen and contribute to excess estrogen, which in turn contributes to cramps, heavy periods, all that kind of things that we don't want. I would also ask if someone is missing their period, especially with HA, if they're using caffeine to suppress their appetite and instead of food, because these things need to be considered too. Caffeine can also affect our sleep, obviously, and that moves me into our next one, my next top tip for hormonal harmony, which is to prioritize rest and sleep. So disturbed sleep can obviously affect our hormones and our recovery, especially if we've got HA and we haven't got a period. It is really important for proper hormonal function. So having poor sleep can actually affect how our hormones interact with one another. So this has a big impact on our hormonal health and our period. What we really want to do is to get into a really good sleep hygiene routine. So this might look like dimming the lights in the evening and blocking out any blue light, things that emit blue light, such as your laptop or your computer, which you can maybe change the settings on and have like night mode, blue light blocking mode, and also maybe invest in some blue light blocking glasses. My 4th tip to hormonal harmony and fixing your hormones is to consume lots of healthy fats. Our hormones are literally made up of fats, so we definitely need them. And often we can find with low fat diets and ovulatory cycles where we're bleeding but we're not ovulating, and light spotting, things like that, and not having a period at all. Fats actually reduce inflammation, and inflammation is at the center of a lot of hormonal imbalances. They also help to keep us fuller by balancing our blood sugar levels, so they're very important. And like I said, the main thing as well is that they are actually the production and the building blocks of our sex hormones, so we definitely need to be including them for hormonal harmony. And my fifth and last tip to fix your hormones is to support the gut. Now, the gut is actually linked to our cycle, also our mood, because a lot of serotonin is made in the gut. It's how we get rid of excess estrogen along with the liver. And this excess estrogen can cause heavy periods, PMS, things like that. So it's really important to be supporting the gut. So how do we actually support the gut? So things like probiotic supplements or probiotic rich food. This can look like kefir, sauerkraut or tempeh, lots of different things like that. If you Google probiotic rich food, there'll be lots that come up. Another thing would be bone broth, which is very nourishing to our gut and our gut health. If you're finding that you have got poor gut health, this will most likely mean you have probably got some problems in your menstrual cycle, because they do go hand in hand. And that concludes my top 5 tips for fixing your hormones. If you have any questions, then please leave them below, or maybe follow me over on Instagram and ask me a question there. You can find me at whole.heartily.tash. And if you are missing your period and you think you might have HA and that might resonate with that, I have a self-paced course, which is a video-based course, which can really help you get your period back and go from HA to health. There's lots of associated workbooks in this course that you can take at your own pace, along with lots of different coaching techniques that I've weaved into it, and 2 weeks worth of personalized email support. I will link all this information for this self-paced course, and I will see you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, then I would love for you to subscribe and also hit the like button on this video. I would really appreciate it.